All right, preppers and prepettes. Never mind all the. I'm buying a new pair of boots, everyday boots. I used to have these. Great little everyday work boot, walk around boot. And they're pretty common here in Israel, except for they like the slip on ones. Anyways, so. Looks like we have the new HMPV virus cases live updates. Of course, 3 new cases. Experts downplay the pandemic, emphasize immunity. That is a loaded statement. It's just like it was before. You guys remember when they said, no, you don't have to use the masks. We don't want to use them up for the healthcare professionals. And then what happens? You're wearing the face diaper everywhere you go. I could see this playing out here in the next month or 2, maybe 3. But we basically have the Indian Council of Medical Research, 3 new cases of this HMPV. It's a respiratory illness, causes illness globally. It also is present in India. We know it's present in China, and there's an article I think I saw on Instagram somebody posted where they were talking about on how they basically cremations were up. I can't remember the percentages, but like they were running out of room. You're seeing videos of people mass hospitalization. If you remember, they were cremating, it was either 5,000 a day or 50,000 a month. And it was in like 16 different cities. It was like 50,000 in each city plus. And that was in July of 2019. I could easily see the same thing playing out. And then coming into the months, especially we know with Trump, let's not forget Trump was killing their economy from 2017 up until the Plandemic. He was killing their economy. What do we mean killing their economy? When Trump was running running his economic strategy and it was working very well, there's also a lot of tariffs, and China was at the brunt of those tariffs, and mysteriously, also with all the protests that were going on in Hong Kong, they completely smoked them with this little pandemic that happened. And also too, the Democrats took advantage of it, because we know half of them, if not more, and probably many of the Republicans, are paid off by our friends at the Chinese Communist Party, the CCP. With that being said, here being in Israel, and we're leaving in 2 weeks to go back to the States for a couple months, I'll be putting more videos out on construction projects up at my property, and just kind of prepping more and getting the rest of my water supply and my roof finished. And I got that other property that I'm going to finish up, and somebody actually, it looks like, wants to buy it. And it's almost like it's happening at the right time, because I think this next time around, they're going to really release the Kraken, especially when you look at so many of his picks for going after the deep state and the special interest groups that want to continue to have the monopoly on the healthcare system, and why you see so many Americans that are just plain out unhealthy. And you look at RFK also, you see what they're doing to him. Let's take a look at another article that I found. Quick Google searches. You got to dig through them a little bit, because you know they're not going to put them at the top. More HMPV with India. So CDC, I made a short making it like it was a news article. This is the site for the CDC that talks about the new H5N1 bird flu. And then here we go. Last 2 days, 1 week. 6 days ago, novel bird flu strain continues to threaten animal public and health. Let's keep this in mind. They've been talking about this now for a week, probably even more if you dig a little bit more as well. So my theory is we are going to, how America lost, here we go, December 26th. So this is over a week ago. How America lost control of the bird flu and raised the risk. That's PBS. World Health Organization, avian flu, bird flu. So there you go, a lot of fact sheets and stuff like this. This is the early stages, and I think it's a good idea just to keep tabs on it. People say they're not gonna jump on board and just coerce themselves to or listen to whatever they're being told. I still say they're just gonna make you even more scared this next time around. And this is where I think it's not that it's not real. It's just they take advantage of these situations, whether they're engineered or not. At this point, it doesn't really matter. It's nonsense to even go down that rabbit hole. I think you just have to prepare yourself for when the big one happens. And let's say you lose 5, 10%, 20% of the population. And then let's go even crazier than that. Let's see how desperate China, Russia, Iran, all these other people get, because that could level the playing field. It's like a woman fighting a UFC fighter or a 250-pound UFC fighter or a boxer, and she's 100 pounds soaking wet. She pulls out that gun, that little 9mm bullet, 380 bullet hits him in the heart, equalized. It doesn't matter how big he is. It doesn't matter how strong we are. If they do something to take out the population, 90%, and like some people say in the first year, there's other channels that have interviewed people on this, that's the real threat and what I'm mostly worried about. So with all that being said, we will monitor this situation and we will go from there.